Major General Fatuma Gaiti Ahmed, appointed first female commander of Kenya Air Force, redefines military leadership in Africa. Major General Fatuma Gaiti Ahmed has etched her name into Kenyan history as the first woman to command the Kenya Air Force, a momentous appointment that signals a turning point for military leadership, gender parity, and national security transformation in East Africa.
To the Republic of Kenya and to the President as the Commander-in-Chief of the Kenya Defense Forces, that I will obey, preserve, protect, and defend.
Her rise to this role in May 2024 is not only historic, it is strategically vital, placing a seasoned, reform-driven leader at the helm of one of the country's most critical defense arms at a time of regional uncertainty and evolving threats. Her appointment comes at a moment when Kenya is intensifying efforts to modernize its defense capabilities and reorient its military doctrine to align with emerging global and regional dynamics. As commander of the Kenya Air Force, Fatuma now oversees a vast operational theater, spanning aerial defense, aviation logistics, air mobility, border surveillance, personnel training, and integration of advanced defense technologies including UAVs, drones, cybersecurity frameworks, and radar intelligence systems. The role is complex, high stakes, and demands both strategic foresight and tactical discipline, qualities Fatuma has demonstrated consistently throughout her 4-decade-long service.
It came here in 1997. How old now?
Born and raised in Meru County, a region known for its firm values and agricultural foundations, Fatuma's story defies the familiar paths of military entry. At 19, during a seemingly ordinary day, she witnessed a Kenya Defense Forces recruitment drive and stepped forward on instinct. That single decision, part boldness, part fate, launched a journey that would see her defy institutional rigidity and rise to ranks no Kenyan woman had occupied before. She began her career in the now-defunct Women's Service Corps, a segregated wing of the KDF that existed more as a symbolic gesture than an operational force. Yet Fatuma refused to be confined to the margins. In 1985, she was commissioned as a second lieutenant and later transitioned into the Integrated Kenya Air Force after the dissolution of the Women's Corps. From that point on, she immersed herself in tactical roles, commanding units, managing operations, and contributing to long-term personnel strategies. Her leadership was marked not only by military skill, but by a refined sense of organizational ethics, welfare policy, and structural planning. Unlike many who remain confined to local deployments, Fatuma served abroad as a United Nations military observer in the Democratic Republic of Congo, a theater of entrenched conflict, arms volatility, and humanitarian catastrophe. There, she helped oversee ceasefire compliance, disarmament missions, and peace monitoring, a demanding portfolio that tested her diplomacy, resilience, and command skills. Her performance attracted attention from international stakeholders, eventually leading to her selection as a military training officer at the UN Secretariat in New York. In that role, she influenced global peacekeeping policies, trained multinational forces, and advocated for African-led solutions to African conflicts, a move that solidified her as both a national asset and a continental voice in defense discourse. At home, she pursued academic excellence to complement her operational rigor. Fatuma is a graduate of the Kenya Defense Staff College and the National Defense College, two elite institutions that produce the country's most strategic minds. She also holds a diploma in management from Strathmore University and a Bachelor of Arts in Sustainable Human Development, giving her a unique blend of hard power command and human-centered leadership. Her academic pursuits reflect a deeper understanding of modern warfare as being rooted in governance, economics, environmental realities, and social cohesion. In 2015, she broke national headlines after becoming the first woman in Kenyan history to be promoted to the rank of brigadier. By 2018, she had reached the rank of Major General and was appointed Assistant Chief of Defense Forces in charge of personnel and logistics, a powerful portfolio that put her in charge of force recruitment, training protocols, welfare systems, and organizational ethics. In that role, she was not only a top officer, she was a policymaker actively shaping the character and integrity of the armed forces. Now, as commander of the Kenya Air Force, she is positioned at the apex of operational command and institutional reform. Her new office is not merely about jets and radars. It is about securing Kenya's airspace amid rising geopolitical instability in the Horn of Africa and the Great Lakes region, with conflicts in Sudan, Ethiopia, Eastern DRC, and even maritime disputes along the Indian Ocean corridor. The need for an agile, modern Air Force has never been greater. Fatuma is expected to push through critical audits of procurement systems, introduce reforms in pilot training, expand Kenya's drone and cyber capabilities, and build stronger air intelligence partnerships with global allies. Yet beyond the machinery of war and diplomacy, her leadership carries a powerful social impact. Her appointment reverberates across classrooms, mosques, town halls, and military academies. In counties like Isiolo, Garissa, and Turkana, where marginalization has long stood in the way of ambition, Fatuma represents what is possible. Not just for women, but for any Kenyan child growing up in the peripheries of power. Her visibility normalizes excellence, not as a male preserve, but as a national trait. Still, the path ahead will be filled with challenges. Fatuma must balance readiness with reform, discipline with empathy, and tactical strength with strategic patience. As Kenya fortifies its borders and its values, the Air Force must evolve, not only to respond to threats, but to anticipate them. And in that charge, she stands ready. Fatuma Gaiti Ahmed's journey is not one of tokenism. It is a result of merit, commitment, and a lifetime of service. She now commands not only the skies, but a generation's imagination. Her name is no longer just on military records. It is in history books, leadership seminars, and hearts across the continent. In an era where visibility matters as much as capability, Kenya has chosen both, and the skies under her command have never looked more promising.